Hello and welcome to Tales from a Sex Store. I'm Hazel and I'm here with my co host, Billy McWilliams.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Billy. How are you this morning?
Oh, I see your lovely face. How can I be bad?
Oh my gosh. It's very, very nice to see you too.
Yeah, well, and we're in the same zip code.
We are
Yeah, yeah,
bopping back and forth, and it's good. It's nice.
yeah. And next time we meet, we'll be in San Francisco together.
Right? Which will
Yeah,
also be fun. That'll be great. Next time it'll be
yeah.
your turn to create an impromptu sound studio that is uncomfortable and
Okay. Well, I'm sure there's some place in San Francisco.
yeah, they've got, like, rental audio pod rooms that are
Yeah.
they're like a telephone booth full of sound padding.
Oh. Mm. So I have a tale. As you know, we're doing Erotic's next best sex toy.
Erotique's next top sex toy, yes! The crowd goes
And
wild.
this last weekend, I was able to give out 3 or 4 of them. But, you know what I was surprised at? It's just the conversations that I have with people. It was, like, really fun because I show them one toy and they go, "No, I don't wanna try that one." "Oh, ooh, ah."
Right?
Yeah, because everyone's like, "Well, I want something with more vibration," or "I don't want vibration, I want suction," or "I need more pressure," or "I like something that's thrusting." And I would say, typically speaking, I don't sell a ton of thrusting toys, but it
Yeah,
seems like I think the technology is getting a little bit better.
right.
And and I'm laughing because the thrusting one we have has this extension with a little tongue, a little tongue that just flicker, 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 and it's just,
Oh,
somebody looks at it and they're like, "Whoa," because it's a lot. It's a lot, and what we're essentially trying to do is, like, try all these different things because I you don't know which one's gonna work, which
right.
one's gonna really like I mean, some people might like it, but they're
Yeah,
like, "Oh," and then they try it. So, I don't know, I'm excited to see what the reviews are gonna be like, but,
totally.
so far so good. And we're giving away, like, 120 of them, so that's a lot of toys.
It is a lot of toys, that's fantastic. It's a lot to review and a lot of reviews to review.
Yeah, yeah, and one of the women, we gave a toast to was talking about, I did something, but this is the first time I ever done it, but I, masturbated for my boyfriend.
Alright.
Yeah, and she said, "Do you think that's okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's
Yes.
sure, sure that's okay." Because he said something to the effect of, "I don't know what to do." So he's watching, he's like, "I don't know what to do." And it's like, this is where you need to give him a little guidance, just a little more conversation, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice to do that just because it's fun to be seen
Right.
and it's
Right.
fun to watch. Um, but if it's, like, an uncomfortable thing, then a little
Yeah.
bit of conversation helps, like, "Well, why don't you play
Yeah.
with yourself too?" Or, "No, I want
Right.
you to sit there and just watch me."
Right. Or
You know?
just give me one word or
Yeah,
give me direction.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
"Tell me your
W
fantasies while I do this," or,
yeah. Right.
mm,
Right. Everyone thinks sex is just penetrative, but actually it's
it's
much
totally
more
mental.
fun, all of it. Just
Yeah,
conversation. Yeah.
it's 100% mental, and we get inside our heads when we are feeling ashamed or embarrassed
Yeah.
or in
Yeah.
areas that we haven't explored before, like, "I'm gonna sit here and watch my partner masturbate," or "I'm gonna
Right.
masturbate with my partner," and they're just gonna watch. Maybe that's not something they've done before, and
That's something that they're not engaged with because,
yeah,
well, who teaches you how to do that? No
yeah,
one.
no,
Yeah, you just need a good lover to say, "Hey, let's try that."
right?
Yeah, and then have the confidence.
Yeah, you just gotta feel what you're feeling in the moment and be like, "This is what sounds like fun to me." I know it seems like not what the
We're supposed
script.
to quote unquote whatever that script is, right?
Right, like, it's not the script, or it's not the status quo, or it's not our standard operating procedure, or it's
Yeah.
not whatever, but it's like,
Yeah. And orgasm is only part of it. You don't have to have an orgasm either. You could just have the sheer pleasure of the other person being pleasured.
right? And that can be
Yeah.
a buildup or anticipation for future play.
Absolutely. And let's talk about shame. I tell people there's four words we don't use in my store: fear, shame, guilt, or embarrassment.
Mm,
Because it's like, what do those words mean? They mean they want you to feel bad by being perfectly normal.
right.
And I think there's a biological reason why shame is about. What happens is biochemically, right before you have an orgasm, the chemicals in your brain drop down, the ones that involve risk taking and impulse controls, the ones that
Yeah,
keep you safe, right?
yeah,
Don't do that, right? So those chemicals drop. You do or you think something naughty, dirty, sexy, whatever, right? Quote unquote wrong.
right,
It's wrong to do this. Oh, it's so right. And then you have the orgasm. And then the biochemicals go right back up. And then, for lack of a better term, post orgasm clarity, post nut clarity.
right.
And for that microsecond, you're like, did I just think that? Ooh, or
Did I
did
just
I
do
just
that?
do that? Ooh, right? And for a
Yeah,
second, it's like, that is dangerous. Okay. It's a dangerous thought and it's a dangerous action. That is normal sex. We don't change the gene pool by cloning ourselves. We change the gene pool by doing something you're not supposed to be doing. When I'm talking to
right.
women, I'm like, if your mom says, hey, don't have sex with that guy, what's the first thing you think about? Well, I'm thinking about sex with that guy now. I
Right,
I wasn't originally, it's like, oh, nah. But now you say I can't do it. Now I want to do it. And that that
right,
is that is normal. It's normal to do and think what you're supposed to do.
right.
But there's people who say because you think it or because you do it, it's wrong and you're wrong. And you think to yourself, God, how did they know? How did they know to make me feel so guilty, quote unquote, for that?
Right.
Well, it's because we've been programmed forever to control somebody with their sexual thoughts. And
Yeah.
and if you use those kinds of normal biological reactions, it works.
And we police ourselves too, right? If somebody says something that's nonspecific, I mean, this is
Yeah.
in sitcom shows, like, they do full skits on this regularly about
Yeah.
someone feeling guilt or shame or embarrassment.
Right.
Somebody says something totally unrelated, but they say it nonspecifically in a very
Yeah.
vague, general sort of relation to what they're talking about.
But you get it.
That person melts down. Yeah, you
Right.
melt down when you think someone's talking
Because they're
about
like,
what
oh
you
no,
did.
they know. Right.
Right. Even if they don't, if they're talking about something totally different.
Sure. Sure. Because you go there. And part of it is you want to keep yourself safe. And that is a
Yeah.
legitimate consideration.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other part about it, though, is that people are using that crucial part of sexuality to make somebody money or your soul or your allegiance or your bigotry, all of those. They're using it to manipulate you. So they know they
Yeah.
immediately make you feel bad. And then you agree because you feel bad about that situation. When in reality, your sexuality is perfectly normal.
Right.
It's very rare to find somebody who is not on the normal side of sexuality.
Right.
Yeah. And I also think that a major cause of it is past trauma.
Yeah. Yeah. And just social programming, which is, I mean, it's everything from like cosmetic
Yeah.
commercials.
You can see that sometimes when I'm demonstrating toys, right?
Mhm.
There's a group of three or four, particularly women, right? And we're talking, right? And somebody says, that's weird. And the other person says, oh, that's weird. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you've changed something, right? And so every time someone says, that's weird, I go, yay, yay.
Yeah. I've seen you do that. I've seen it work.
Yeah. Just because you think that that's not necessarily what your is doesn't mean that you can make a judgment on whether somebody else wants to do it or not.
Right.
Why create a social norm? If somebody wants it, fine. If it's not their
Yeah.
cup of tea, that's fine too.
Right,
It's just
right.
but understanding that, like, there's all kinds of normal.
There's all kinds
Yeah,
of normal. Yep.
and like that woman who bought gay porn many years ago, she's like, "I don't know why, but this just does it for me." I'm like, "Yeah."
I don't know that we've heard that story.
Oh, this woman brought up some gay movies, and she
Mhm.
looks at me and she says, "I don't know why, but this just does it for me." I'm like, "Yeah,
Nice.
great. Don't overthink it."
Right?
Yeah, and this is a while ago because I think it's a little more socially normal for women. Like, for example, heated rivalry, right? People are really all about the gay love story.
The gay love story of heated rivalries?
Yeah. Yeah, women, heterosexual women.
Mm,
Yeah, and what the turn on
interesting.
is? Who knows? I mean, hot guys wanting to have sex, I guess,
Yeah.
or forbidden.
Yeah, or just, like, competition turning from enemies to lovers, like, that phrase is a trope, you know?
Yeah, totally a trope. And the thing about it is, it's like, it's perfectly fine for women to have that kind of thing, but 2 guys in this heteronormative world of patriarchy is not necessarily that's what throws people off.
Or turns people on because it
Because it is transgressive.
yeah, it gives permission for
Yeah,
an even playing field between the perceived gender norms.
yeah, that's right. And it's funny how repression causes expression. And I think that
Mhm.
repression causes more problem than expression, though. That's the key. It's like, when you repress, you hurt.
Right.
And then sometimes it makes it sexy because it's transgressive, but a lot of times it can be hurtful. You know,
Yeah.
something's wrong with you, especially when it gets to where it's self harmful, or where people
Right.
like beat themselves up about how they feel about it.
Which is exactly what people are doing when they self-police because they did something in sex that was just not
Totally
in their script or status quo.
right. And then all of a sudden, something quote unquote is wrong with them. So
Mhm.
they think, and they're damaged, and then you don't talk about it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't talk
Yeah.
about it, then you never share with anybody just how hot it was.
Yeah, exactly. And I do think it's changing with social groups. I do think it's changing. It's
Yeah,
getting better. Yeah.
totally.
This last weekend, I had a couple of clients. It was a lesbian couple that's been in marriage for 10 years, and they're looking for a strap on that works. Yeah. But it's like, it's our 10-year anniversary. We're going to buy a great strap on. I'm like,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be tight, but not too tight. And it's got to be adjustable.
Yeah.
Notice we've been really careful about not talking about names or identifying where they're from or anything because privacy is more important than anything. In a sex store, oh my God. That's why I tell the people I work with. That's the one thing that will instantly get you fired is you talk about what other people are doing. It's none of my business. It's none of their business. Our job is to get the stuff people want to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't overthink what people are buying.
It is a confessional booth.
Yeah. And I just love it when they do confess because they're like, oh, I wanted to tell somebody. Like another
Yeah.
couple was here this weekend, and they're like, "We got married yesterday."
Nice. Congratulations to that couple.
Yeah, congratulations, I gave him a free heart on. I'm like, "Oh, now I
Nice.
have to give you a heart on because it's your" So, I gave him the heart on, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going on a trip on the West Coast. We're gonna visit all the sex toys." I'm like, "Well, you come back and tell me how it went."
Yeah.
So they will. They live in Montana, so yeah,
I
that's
would
pretty
read that
fun.
travel blog.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there are people who, like, on vacation, they tour and they go to all these different sex stores. And I think it's a fun sociological journey because we talked about the stores that they knew, right? And they're all different. Some of them are male-centric sex stores that have the arcades.
Mm,
Some of them are the corporate ones. Some of them are mom and pop.
right.
Strange made it sound, but not
It's
really.
a phrase, right? It's a term.
Yeah.
Mom and
It's
pop.
like yeah.
Independent business owner.
Right, right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's one thing I like about our store is, like, it is local.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sponsor softball teams. We sponsor curling teams.
I love you ordered
Yeah,
the jerseys for the softball team, and the names that were listed
they
to
were
be
pretty
put on
good,
those
weren't
was
they?
so good.
They were definitely,
It was
definitely
such a riot.
they're fun people. It's a fun team. It's gonna be a good,
A good season.
yeah, it's gonna be a good, issue of the podcast when some of our softball team on are gonna relay what's it like being sponsored by a sex store, and,
Yeah. I can't wait to record that one, that'll be fun.
it's gonna be fun. Now, they all wear pink and white jerseys. This one's slightly camo, which I'm not a camo fan, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It says erotic. It used to say donuts and dildos, but I think they just put erotic, and everybody has the same number,
Mm. I
of
wonder what
course.
number that is.
And yeah, so everyone's 69. Um, and this is some of the names they have: beef baton, pork missile, traslin, half a whore, freak
Half a whore.
bob, half a whore. Yeah, and they're all number 69. Yeah, freak bob, caked up, rude boy, cakes cum slut, Connie Lingus. Yeah. The other one is Hand Job.
Hand job.
Hand Job, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Big D and Big V. Big
excellent.
Sack.
Gotta have the pair.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's quite the, endowed team, I suppose.
That is quite the lineup.
Yeah, it is quite the lineup. And the nice thing about it is I'm like, "Oh, I don't want you to win, I don't care. You're not gonna solve my failed high school jock fantasies, okay? Just have fun."
Yeah.
And the best part about it is they got a little good and they won a couple of games, and the other teams just hate losing to them. It's like, "Oh, I can't believe it." Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
But again, more fun than not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah, I'm excited. Uh,
I wanna start doing some research. You had mentioned the couple touring the West Coast going to sex stores, and that reminded me, I saw I've seen a couple of these recently, like, I follow some people on Instagram and places, and they talk about historic sex toys or objects that we have in our daily lives that started out as toys or,
yeah,
like, tools used for not necessarily sex, but on intimate anatomy, right?
right.
Like, the chainsaw,
Yeah, yeah.
it was invented to be a tool used to help birth.
Oh.
It was I know, right? Like, what the heck?
I don't even have a vulva and vagina, but that doesn't sound
There's a reason they don't use it. And the first identified, classified sex toy is, like, tens of thousands of years old.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And that's what we know.
Right.
Yeah. Never underestimate somebody will put in their or somebody else's body
And fully design it for
to
that
do so.
purpose. Yeah, like, these are, like, things that were created by people that have lasted 28,000 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and think about it. Think about it. It's the time it took to craft a stone dildo, a good
Yeah,
one.
a really good
Yeah. I mean,
they
oh,
just
yeah,
don't make
you
them
gotta
like they used to, Billy.
you gotta get together.
My washer only lasted 3
No,
years.
no, no. Exactly. I'd love yeah, I love for an archaeologist to dig up our civilization and find a layer of sex toys.
I mean, but there's no way that would just be microplastics by the time they got there.
They probably would. It's like, so in other words, they'll probably think that, well, we've never had sex, and we weren't having sex because there's no evidence.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there's this anthropological study of the Nasarema, and
Uh-huh.
I know we're running out of time, so I'm just gonna drop that term there, the Nasarema, and then we can come back to it and discuss it a little more. Not next episode, but maybe the one after that. I think next episode, we are having a special guest, aren't we?
Yes, I'm super thrilled. This is one of my heroes,
Mine too.
Hannah, who runs the Ojai Collective here in Bozeman, which
Mhm.
is well, it's a thing. It's sex therapy, but it's also the Center for Healthy Sexuality
Yeah.
in Montana, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
they just opened a new location in Missoula, so they're branching out, which is so good. I'm so glad that they're successful.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so important, and it's like
yeah.
everything from relationship counseling to individuals exploring gender identity to
Pelvic floor,
pelvic floor dysfunction. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and center of the kink community, center of the trans community,
it's so great.
a good healthy center for queer culture.
Well, and just all around healthy sexuality, right? It's for people
Yeah,
like cishet men who have
yeah.
a cousin or like
Who yeah,
yeah,
they
who
wanna
came out
know.
as bisexual and they're like, "I like this cousin. I gotta figure out how to approach them," like, even if it's
Yeah,
just what those of us in the queer community would consider fairly rudimentary conversations,
yeah,
that's not rudimentary for everybody, and this place is a great place to get all of your questions answered very approachably, very at your level, right? Like, no pressure, no over the top, everything's queer all the time. It's like, where are you at? And then meet you there and help you with your language.
yeah, and where do you wanna go?
They're
Yeah,
so awesome. They're so
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is gonna be a fun experience.
Me too.
She
Oh my
does not
gosh.
lack for personality.
She's the best.
Yeah.
I love Hannah. Ah, it's exciting. All right. Well, we are definitely reaching time, and we have a list of things to research for our next session. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. We've got a good couple of sessions coming up.
I wanna do a good episode on how to make guys feel comfortable in a sex store.
Yeah.
By and large, they're really awkward.
Yeah.
Not all of them. The good ones obviously aren't, but there's gotta be a
Okay.
way.
So Marrakesh and I had a conversation on the last episode that we recorded, which was Don Miguel Ruiz for agreements and figuring out the specificity of the words good and bad, right? The
Yeah.
good ones. What does good
Yeah.
mean? How is that
Right.
actually classified, right?
Yeah, that's right. I love
So,
that. Good
yeah,
better descriptors.
right. Well, and also, if you say the good ones, there's an implicit shame for the people who aren't comfortable in a sex store. So I'm calling you there.
Fair.
Uh-huh.
Fair.
Just a
Fair.
gentle
Yeah.
nudge. You know, people
Totally.
who aren't comfortable in a sex store,
So
my best recommendation is pretend it's a coffee shop. That's
yeah.
how I got the job there. I used to come in and hang out and bring coffee to people who worked there, you know? I would, like, come and hang out with them and just, like, talk. They were interesting people
Yeah.
in an interesting situation, and
Yeah.
sometimes it wasn't even about buying sex toys, it was about having the conversations, and then now we've got this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Exactly.
Actually, so I used to come into Erotique back when it was Miss Kitty's, and I would hang out with some of the employees there just to get used to the space, and also because of tales at the sex store. Like, we could chat, and I could talk about my discomforts, and they would talk about, you know, nondescript, non-specific things that had happened that they had experienced that were
Yeah.
really interesting. And those conversations helped me get used to the space. I would bring coffee, and we'd just hang out and chat, like, "Hey, I was
Yeah.
passing by. I had an extra 15 minutes. I don't really need anything, but I thought I'd come in and say hi."
They were fun people.
They were fun people. We used to have a
Yeah.
Keurig in the store. Do we still have that?
Yeah.
Maybe we should start offering coffee to people.
Yeah.
You seem
Well,
uncomfortable. Would you like a cocoa?
Yeah, this is a concierge sex store.
Yeah,
However you
yeah.
pronounce it, yeah.
Oh, like
Yeah,
a
would you sit down
concierge?
and have some pastries, and we'll talk about your sex toys?
I've done that for people before. I would like, "Hey, I'm gonna go make a coffee for myself. Do you want one?"
Yeah,
"Sure."
yeah,
"Cool, yeah, here,
mm,
let me clean you a cup."
totally,
But
yeah.
but it's been great, and so it was nice to go from the patron who was uncertain about the environment to
Yeah,
being able to hang out there to then
yeah,
now work there and make other people coffee.
yeah, isn't it fun? I was talking to a client the other day, and they're like they were talking about all the things they wanna do and they've done,
Yeah.
and then we got to talking about when they first came into the store, and they're like and I'm like, "Remember the first time you came into a sex store? How uncomfortable you felt?
Yeah.
Now look where you are now.
Right?
Look how far you've grown."
Yeah.
Yeah, and they laugh, and they're like, "Wow, I guess, yeah."
It's really nice.
It is, it's like, see how comfortable you are?
It's
Yeah,
empowering.
totally. It's a good life skill. It's a
Yeah.
comfortness, it's a confidence. That's what makes it
Mhm.
sexy.
Confidence is always sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
All right. Well, that's our time, Billy. Thank you so much for yet another lovely session. I'm excited to do these researches on all of these things and come back together and talk about.
yeah, and then we'll see you soon with Hannah.
Yeah, we'll see you with Hannah. That's going to be a really great one. Excited.
Yeah, no, me too. We have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, no, never. We never have anything. We didn't have anything to talk about today, and look what happened.
Ta-da. Yeah.
Ta-da! All right. This has been Tales from a Sex Store. I'm Hazel, here with my co-host Billy McWilliams.
Ha
Happy
Hey-ho.
happy
Happy
orgasms.
orgasms. A mental hug.
Mental hug. Bye.